the Northmen came to Paris with 700 sailing ships. At one stretch, the Seine was lined with the vessels for more than 2 leagues, so that one might ask in astonishment in what cavern the river had been swallowed up, since it was not to be seen. The second day after the fleet of the Northmen arrived under the walls of the city, Siegfried came to the dwelling of the illustrious bishop. He bowed his head and said, "Have compassion on yourself and on your flock. We beseech you to listen to us, in order that you may escape death. Allow us only the freedom of the city, we will do no harm." The bishop replied to Siegfried, "Paris has been entrusted to us by the Emperor Charles, who, after God, King, and Lord of the Powerful, rules over almost all the world. He has put it in our care. If, like us, you had been given the duty of defending these walls, and if you should have done that which you ask us to do, what treatment do you think you would deserve?" Siegfried replied, "I should deserve that my head be cut off and thrown to the dogs. Nevertheless, if you do not listen to my demand on the morrow, our war machines will destroy you with poisoned arrows. You will be the prey of famine and of pestilence, and these evils will renew themselves perpetually every year." And so saying, he departed, and gathered together his comrades. In the morning, the Northmen, boarding their ships, approached the tower and attacked it. They shook it with their engines and stormed it with arrows. The city resounded with clamor, the people were aroused, the bridges trembled. All came together to defend the tower. There perished many Franks. On every side arrows sped and blood flowed, and with the arrows mingled the stones hurled by slings and war machines. The air was filled with them. The tower groaned under the strokes of the darts. The city shook with the struggle. The people ran hither and thither. The bells jangled. The warriors rushed together to defend the tottering tower and to repel the fierce assault. On those who were secreting themselves so as to undermine the tower was poured oil, wax, and pitch, which, being mixed and heated, burned the Danes and tore off their scalps. Some of them died. Others threw themselves into the river to escape the awful substance. Meanwhile, Paris was suffering not only from the sword outside, but also from a pestilence within, which brought death to many noble men. Within the walls there was not ground in which to bury the dead. Now came the Emperor Charles, surrounded by soldiers of all nations, even as the sky is adorned with resplendent stars. A great throng, speaking many languages, accompanied him. He established his camp at the foot of the heights of Mama, near the tower. He allowed the Northmen to have the country of Seine to plunder. And in the spring, he gave them 700 pounds of silver on condition that by the month of March, they leave France for their own kingdom.